The American new immigration law, Trump's new immigration law, how is it going to be affected worldwide? And let's hear what USA states would like to talk about this.
Welcome to USA State, your trusted channel for clear, accurate, and up-to-the-minute news that impacts everyday Americans and immigrant communities alike. A massive immigration reform law has just been unveiled in the United States, and it's already sending shockwaves through immigrant communities nationwide. What Congress has announced is more than a routine policy update. It's a historic turning point that could affect the lives of millions of immigrants, from green card holders to international students and workers. For some, this may open new opportunities. But for many others, the consequences could be life-changing. At its core, the law is framed as a balance between creating a clearer path for immigrants who contribute positively to American society, while also tightening restrictions and enforcement for those who break U.S. laws. On the other hand, the law introduces some of the strictest enforcement provisions ever directed at non-citizens, including permanent residents with green cards. That's where things get serious. Under the new legislation, the government has reclassified all non-citizens, whether you're on a temporary visa, holding a student permit, working under sponsorship, or even living permanently in the U.S. with a green card. From now on, every individual who is not a U.S. citizen will be treated under the same broad category of non-citizen for enforcement purposes. What does this mean in practice? It means that green card holders, who once felt more secure in their legal standing, will now face rules and risks more similar to those applied to temporary visa holders. The most controversial change in this reform is the handling of offenses tied to driving under the influence, also known as DUI. In the past, permanent residents generally faced deportation only for serious or repeated crimes. But under this new law, a single DUI conviction or even an admission of DUI-related behavior can trigger deportation proceedings. Let that sink in. It's no longer about multiple convictions or serious felonies. A single mistake behind the wheel, even one that might be considered a misdemeanor at the state level, could result in your removal from the country. Experts warn this could impact thousands of immigrants across the United States. International students, temporary workers, and even long-term permanent residents could now find themselves facing life-altering consequences from one lapse in judgment. What makes this even more striking is that in some cases, a person doesn't even need a conviction. Simply admitting to conduct that meets the elements of a DUI offense could be enough to start immigration proceedings.